Greetings, wrestling fans. Yes, I don't sound as enthusiastic as you would expect. Now, if you saw my video, if you saw my not-so-minute video on Twitter, you would know about this. But for those who didn't see it, I'm going to be making... This video is heavily about Sasha Banks and Naomi. No SmackDown review. No SmackDown review. Even though I did think SmackDown was slightly better, because there was no certain SmackDown Women's Champion on the show, and I thought some of the matches and fresh storylines and fresh matchups definitely made up for it. Outside of Happy Corbin, of course. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out on WWE. Now, as you guys, if you guys are aware, for those who are aware, but for those who do not know, you guys know I am a massive Sasha Banks fan and a massive fan of Naomi. I've been a huge advocate of both of these women for a long time. But Monday on Raw, when they walked out, this could very well be the end for both of them. Because today on SmackDown, they confirmed that both Naomi and Sasha Banks have been suspended and they both got stripped of their titles. I don't think either one of them are probably coming back this time. I still have hope that maybe they'd come back. I think Naomi may have a better chance at coming back than Sasha Banks. Because this isn't the first time this has happened to Sasha where she's disappeared. But the first time it happened, it was due to mental health problems, not because of bad booking or creative issues. I look at both of these two women as two women I enjoy watching the shows for. I love Sasha, I love Naomi, they're both so incredibly talented. Now, do they deserve better? Creative-wise, yes, but not in a way that people word it. Naomi and Sasha have had fantastic careers. They don't deserve better when it comes to a career-wise, because how much things they've accomplished in their careers. But they do deserve respect. Which is why they walked out in the first place. They didn't feel respected. And I feel that's what they do deserve. They deserve respect. They deserve respect for standing up for their division. They deserve standing up for the division they represented, which was the tag team division. However, you get Ronda Rousey calling WWE fake, and yet she can walk in the next week and she can be SmackDown Women's Champion. You had Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch unprofessionally not being able to trade titles properly, and while both of them were basically being unprofessional live in front of an audience. And yet they got away with it scot-free. They had Toni Storm quit, and they didn't do any... the point is... But the point I'm making, and you know I love Toni Storm, but the point I'm making is that WWE didn't make statements about Ronda, Becky and Charlotte, and Toni Storm. Hell, they didn't even make anything about CM Punk when he quit in 2014. They didn't do anything about him either. My point is that they don't make statements. But why is it now, all of a sudden, now it's important to make a statement about Naomi and Sasha Banks? I don't understand it, man. They were doing what they wanted to do. They were doing the right thing, standing up for the division. And now they're going to create a tournament. A tournament for the Women's Tag Team Championships when you literally have no teams left. What, you're gonna put Doudrop and Nikki Ash together? You're gonna put Natalya, Shayna Baszler together? You're gonna pair Aaliyah with Raquel Gonzalez? Or you're gonna pair Aaliyah with Shotzi? You're gonna pair Liv Morgan with Alexa Bliss? You're gonna pair Rhea Ripley with... You're gonna pair Zelina Vega with Carmella? You're gonna bring up Toxic Attraction? Katan Chance and Kaden Carter? Seriously. What are you gonna do? Why even keep the titles? You should just get rid of them. You don't respect them anyway. WWE don't respect the titles. And it's the same thing with the NXT Women's Tag Team titles as well. You barely have any teams in the NXT Women's division. That's why Toxic Attraction have them. You've only got 2 teams. They should really have Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez as a tag team, but that's a discussion for another goddamn time. I'm just so damn tired of this whole story. This whole story has been developing for weeks. And I didn't want to talk about it, but I've really got, what other choice do I have, right? I'm at the point where I don't even know anymore. I really don't. It's crazy how WWE has changed, and if WWE were hoping to get MJF, John Moxley, or other people in the near future, doing stuff like this with Sasha Banks and Naomi ain't gonna get those people signed. That ain't gonna get Moxley to come back. That ain't gonna get MJF signed. It's not gonna get them to sign. Threatening to basically suspend your talent because they didn't want to do what you asked them to do, that's not gonna get MJF signed. That's not gonna get John Moxley to come back. It's only gonna prove their point that they're so glad to be out. WWE need to start handling things in more of a professional way instead of being so goddamn petty about everything. Oh, you're not gonna do things our way? Well, we're gonna take away things that you love. We're gonna remove all your merch from WWE Shop. We're gonna delete your entire merch site. We're not gonna allow people. You're gonna be suspended without pay. Yeah, that'll teach Naomi and Sasha, won't it? Yeah, that'll teach them, won't it? That'll just prove their point. WWE need to start handling things in more of a professional manner. They need to start sitting down with their goddamn talent and talk things out. Instead of being all, it's either our way or your way. They need to start telling their talent and work things out like professionals. If they don't like something, you talk it out. Instead of being unprofessional, instead of being petty and having Michael Cole say and have Michael Cole say what he had to say on live TV is absolutely pathetic. Be goddamn professional, for Christ's sake. You are a company. And before people say, oh, you don't know what it means. I do know what it means, because I've had work placement before. Work placement, for those that don't know what work placement is, it's like you find a job for about 2 to 3 weeks. I did that for school years ago. I did it for school several years ago. I had to look up a job. That I wanted to do. And I'd had to go to the place to get my name signed for them to sign to agree to look after me for about 3 weeks. And one job, most of them went fine, but the one job I had I got sacked because they didn't think I was doing a good job. Even though I did everything they asked me, even though I did everything they asked me to do, I got sacked because they didn't think I was doing a good enough job. That's basically the whole thing there with Sasha and Naomi. You think they're not doing a good job? They're busting their ass for your division. They're putting their bodies on the line for you, and you don't appreciate them? That's how I felt. I felt disrespected. That I felt like what I was doing was not good enough. And I felt disrespected. You feel disrespected when you feel that your boss doesn't appreciate what you do. So yes, for those who say, oh, I've never felt that experience, I have felt the experience. Something like that is why I don't feel like wanting to find a full-time job. I just wish WWE start handling things more professionally. And if this truly is the end of Sasha Banks and she's never going to come back after this, I'm going to be incredibly sad because she's someone I really, really admire. Yes, I've still got my hero Randy Orton, but I feel like even his time in WWE is coming up very soon. But yeah, I don't know how to feel anymore. I feel like I'm starting to appreciate the fact that I've fallen in love with the Shantae series. Because around about the time that this whole shit started happening, or around about this time that I started to feel like my passion and my love for wrestling was slipping away, that's when I started looking for something else to enjoy, like the Shantae series. And I'm actually starting to appreciate it more. Because at least that makes me feel better. At least I know I can chuck on the games I've got and play them for a couple of hours, or just turn on my iPod for a couple of minutes, listen to some of the songs from that, and at least I can feel better. Seriously. I don't know what to say anymore. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say, guys. I really don't know what to say. This is probably the most... It's probably a crappy video, but I'm just gonna... But you can feel the devastation in my voice. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.